On today's show, we discuss whether this could finally be the year where Joel Embiid pulls in an MVP award, and more importantly, if it even matters. Also, we talk about how one NBA writer is severely underrating the Sixers. All that and a whole bunch more coming up on today's show. Let's go.
Perfect.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome into Philly Take with RB. Like always, man, you know the drill. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the show. Be sure to hit that little bell as well so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos or live streams. Look, slow week, kind of pulling at things here. Not a lot to talk about, but we are officially, as of today, 2 weeks away from the start of Sixers training camp. I got to tell you, man, there's something about this. I'm jittery, man. I'm hype. I'm excited. I just can't wait. These last couple of weeks have really been dragging. I know the Eagles are back on and all this stuff, right? And the Phillies are in a playoff push, but I just need that Sixers basketball in my life right now every single day, and I cannot wait until it comes back. I have a good feeling about this year. I'm very, very excited. This is one of the most excited couple weeks before the season I've ever had. I don't know. Is it me? Is it just me? I am so hyped to watch this team in action. But today we are back one day closer to training camp, and we have a few things to get into. But before we do that, let's go ahead and look at something cool from today. So just as of earlier today, they made the signing official. That is right. Look at Montrezl Harrell inking the dotted line. He puts out a tweet. He says, "It's official. Just ink the line." There he is signing his contract. He's got the ice on. He's got the Sixers t-shirt. Look at this. Doc Rivers, Daryl Morey. Got the whole crew up in the house, man. Montrez with him. Look at that. Signing the contract. Morey looks so happy, man. He looks so happy. He got his guy. He waited for the right opportunity, and it fell right into his lap. And how about this one? How about the handshake with Doc Rivers? That's what I call the "you just earned 9 more minutes off the bench" handshake. Doc loves him, man. You can already tell Doc's going to play him a lot. Hopefully Trezz earns the minutes and can fill in and be that guy that we need, bringing that toughness, and most importantly, being able to sufficiently back up Joel Embiid. But officially welcome to Philadelphia, Mr. Montrezl Harrell. Also, be sure you're following the Instagram page at Philly Take with RB. We're posting content over there all season. Be sure to follow me on Twitter as well to stay updated with everything. Like I said, we're going to have a lot of in-depth coverage, a lot of things, cool things coming to the channel this season, so be sure to be on the lookout. Here we are on Twitter. Shout out to OG Nick. He posted this picture, and he says, "Just don't see anybody beating this." Now, I'm looking at the starting 5 here. This looks pretty cool. Shout out to whoever photoshopped this. And then look at the bench, man. Look at the bench. Look, if I'm being honest, if I'm an outside fan from another team and I see this right here, I don't want to play this team. They just look gritty, man. They look like they're going to bring that action, man, that intensity. And, man, I just really like how this is shaping up. Obviously, I still think there are areas for improvement. I'm still a little bit skeptical about the bench. But if we figure that out early on, we can make some reinforcements, get some reinforcements, make some adjustments, right? Hopefully Doc Rivers is on his stuff. I don't know, man. I think our squad is shaping out really nice. I'm excited to see how that plays out. But let's talk about what we need to get into, man. Number one, course of action, Joel Embiid. How do we feel about Joel Embiid? Let me be honest here for a second, all right? Can he win the MVP this year? Absolutely. Will he be in the race? Probably, right? I mean, Joel Embiid has continued to tap into levels the last couple years that we never thought were even imaginable. And I mean, by all indications, I would expect him to get better. Right now, he is an off-season working with this core, doing his thing. I don't know, man. I think Joel Embiid has a good chance to win the MVP this year. But I want to know down below, is it even important anymore? I'm going to make a statement here. I want to know if you agree or disagree. I'll be honest, man. I do not believe that Joel Embiid should be focused on the MVP at all. I'm not saying that was his main focus in years past. I'm not saying that, he was all in on the MVP, but he said it himself best at the end of last season. What more can I do to go out there and win the MVP, right? And I'm just going to be honest. out of the last 2 seasons, yes, he has been robbed. You can say that's me being biased as a Sixers guy. I'm just speaking it how it is. He should have won at least one. I'm not going to say what year. Probably, should have, more lean towards this last year. I'm not going to say which one, though. Both guys played extremely well the last couple years. But the fact of the matter is Joel Embiid should have won one MVP. And yes, that can help towards your career trajectory towards a Hall of Fame career. I'll be honest again, maybe it's biased, maybe not. But I think given the talent level right now and based off what he's been able to do with the lack of help, I think Joel Embiid has already had a Hall of Fame career. Maybe I'm crazy, but certain guys that help change the game, and especially like how he is right now, they deserve a spot, with the best of them. And Joel Embiid is doing his thing. And obviously, if he ever wins a championship, he is surely a Hall of Famer. But based off his career right now, I think he's been doing his thing. And, winning the scoring title and just putting up these historic numbers. He should have won an MVP. He might never win one, unfortunately, given the injuries and stuff like that. But at this point, I think now we are all in. I think Daryl Morey has built the right roster around him. And honestly, I don't care about the MVP. Now, it's going to come up in discussions this year. We're going to talk about it, right? And yeah, I'm going to be, rooting for my guy. I'm going to say, yeah, Joel should be in the lead for the MVP if he's playing up to par and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I just feel like that burning passion to see him win that has been lost for me. Honestly, like if he wins it, I'm going to be ecstatic, but it's not like I need to see it now, because I know he should be an MVP. I know he should be a Hall of Famer. And honestly, I just want to see this man win a championship. There is nobody else right now in Philadelphia I want to see win a championship more than that man right there, Joel Embiid. In my opinion, he deserves it based off what he's been through. I watched some documentary that they put together, some guy on YouTube. I forget his name right now, but it was great, man. He just detailed the entire career and what this guy has had to deal with, man. He deserves it. He deserves it, and this might be his best shot this year, and I'm really counting on him seeing that, and I think he's going to make even more growth. I think he's dedicated. I pray that he stays healthy, but honestly, the MVP is not as burning for me anymore, and I hope it's not for Joel Embiid, and I hope he goes out there and can finally get some help from his guys in crunch time. And I hope he stays healthy and does his thing, man. But those are my thoughts. Give me yours down below. Is the MVP important for his career trajectory? Let me know. The last thing we will discuss today was an article put out earlier by Marc Stein, and he put out his NBA power rankings, the latest update on the NBA power rankings. And I want to know down below right now, before I reveal where the Sixers are on this list, where would you put them stacking up against the rest of the NBA? If I had to put my list together, I would probably have the Sixers around 4 or 5, probably 4. When we look at this team, when we look at the upgrades they've made this offseason, I already said I would have them as a top 3 team in the Eastern Conference. I actually am picking them to win the 2nd seed this year and over Milwaukee. I have Boston number 1, Sixers number 2. I have us going 54-28. I think the Sixers have made a lot of, great incremental improvements for this team. And I would have us as number 2 in the East this year. And I would say around number 4 or 5 overall. But anyway, Marc Stein, who's a great NBA writer, put this out on the Stein line. And let's just look at where he has the Sixers. So he has Golden State number 1. That's fine. He's got Milwaukee at number 2. I think that might be a tad high, but they still have a respectable team. They have that championship DNA from a couple years ago. They lost DiVincenzo. They got Joe Ingles, right? Then he has Boston at number 3. I'm perfectly fine with that. And here's where it goes south. Here is where it goes completely south. At number 4, can you guess who Marc Stein put on the NBA rankings, the NBA power rankings? The Denver Nuggets. What? The Denver Nuggets, he talks about getting Jamal Murray back. Yeah, he came back from a serious injury. The 2-time reigning MVP, Jokic, I get it. But you added DeAndre Jordan in the first 5 seconds of free agency. That was your prized possession. You added Bruce Brown and you added KCP. You're telling me that team stacks up better than the Sixers. That is blasphemy, folks. And I'm not hating on the Nuggets. I know the Sixers Nuggets fans get into it. I'm not getting into that. I'm just saying this is crazy. You're telling me the Denver Nuggets stack up better than the Sixers right now. That is absolutely absurd. At number 5, he's got the Clippers. Kawhi hasn't played. Look, It's been 454 days since Kawhi Leonard played in an NBA game. That team's number 5. John Wall, I hope he has a great comeback season after hearing what he went through, but really, they're number 5? I don't know, man. And then the Phoenix Suns at number 6. I mean, that's respectable, right? Suns have a good roster. Number 7 is the Philadelphia 76ers. And look, I mean, he lays out all the reasons. Talks about Harden taking the pay cut. You know, he was able to sign a new contract, left sufficient cap space, made room for PJ Tucker, Daniel House, DeAnthony Melton, Montrezl Harrell joined on a minimum. The Sixers summer exceeded all expectations. Look, all I'm saying is there are some people sleeping on the Sixers, and deservedly so. I mean, it's always, that's how it goes, right? I mean, it just is what it is at this point. I'm used to it. Now, there have been a lot of writers putting out articles about who had the best offseason, and some of them have actually been saying that the Sixers, you know, stack up at the top at the best offseason. So there are some people giving respect, but I guess you got to earn it. But number 7 is crazy. I would have us around 4 or 5, definitely above the Nuggets. But as always, those are just my thoughts. I want to hear from you. Let me know down below what you think about all that stuff. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And like always, I will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Perfect.